Experience 60 seconds of pure adrenaline aboard the Imoca Vulnerable, Thomas Ruyant, racing at 25 knots in the South Atlantic. It is speed, power, and precision, so immerse yourself in the essence of the Vendee globe. Meanwhile, Sebastian Simon surpasses the successive 24-hour speed marks during an unprecedented South Atlantic session of 614.25 nautical miles over the 24 hours to 13:30 hours UTC today. This is the Sailing World on Water, November 29, 2024. One might think that this is a story of speed, technological prowess, dizzying performance. But at the heart of this narrative is another fabric, that of 6 humans welded by a collective on the huge Trimaran SVR Lazartigue. Their video. Jules Verne, Episode 2, Preparations, tells the story of the odyssey of 6 sailors, who are preparing to leap into the infinite horizon. Together, supported by those who share their dream, they pursue an ideal far beyond the simple feat of touring the world in less than 40 days, carried only by the force of the wind.
Avoir navigué ce voilier, rapide, fluide, aérien, tout paraît simple et pur, mais comprenez bien que cette apparence est loin d'être une évidence. Alors que ce trimaran et son équipage s'élanceront sur les océans du globe cet hiver, en quête du légendaire trophée Jules Verne, il m'est difficile d'imaginer ce que ça prend d'organiser une telle aventure. Comment peut-on se préparer à l'inattendu, à la météo capricieuse, aux problèmes techniques, au manque de sommeil? Qui plus est sur ce genre de bateau, car naviguer en volant autour de la planète et sans s'arrêter n'a encore jamais été accompli.
On voit des marques noires sur le pont qui sont le tissu noir qui a frotté, mais ça a juste frotté, ça a un peu abîmé.
Les vitesses atteintes mettent à rude épreuve l'ensemble du navire, et la moindre épine peut être d'une terrible conséquence.
Résoudre problème KJ dérive. On va changer la ligne déjà. Ça c'est vachement sensible en fait, et le KJ il se ferme mal dès qu'il y a un peu de tension. Jeff il est au fait.
Il faut voir plus loin qu'un équipage et comprendre qu'autour de ces 6 marins gravite une équipe d'une vingtaine de personnes. Des orfèvres sans qui ce record serait impossible à envisager. Cet équipage et ce voilier sont la résultante d'une formidable organisation. Mais la constante recherche du réglage le plus fin amène aussi son lot de doutes. Cette boucle vertueuse s'enchaîne depuis plusieurs semaines entre terre et mer. Des navigations d'entraînement de plusieurs jours, des améliorations techniques, la préparation du corps à un tel effort, l'organisation dans le moindre détail, rien n'est laissé au hasard.
Il y a différentes différentes façons de fonctionner selon les équipages, enfin, selon les teams, mais nous, on avait François a toujours fonctionné comme ça, c'est que...
Un autre élément stratégique, bien manger. Bien manger pour doper le mental, mais aussi pour leur permettre d'être physiquement en pleine capacité. Et voilà le travail. Des quantités et un choix ultra précis pour nourrir 6 marins pendant 40 jours sans trop alourdir le bateau. Au-delà des objectifs sportifs, cette aventure offre de belles opportunités de rencontre. La possibilité de partager son expérience, d'inspirer, mais aussi de s'inspirer.
J'ai pris de la levure boulangère déshydratée. Je pâte avec ventrèche de thon, citron et jambon ibérique.
Toi, tu pars avec eux 40 jours.
C'est objectivement, je pense, la période où les bateaux ont le plus progressé.
Donc c'est largement faisable dans l'hypothèse, quoi.
Cet hiver, là, pendant le tour du monde en solo, personne n'est vraiment terminé avec un bateau à 100%. Nous, on a pété fort et le bateau était détruit.
Ce groupe que vous voyez ici est constitué de personnalités qui viennent d'univers complètement différents. Et c'est bien cela qui fait la richesse des échanges. Comprendre comment ils perçoivent leurs objectifs pour pouvoir mettre en perspective les nôtres. Ces rencontres rappellent aussi la finesse de ce bateau volant, toujours sur le fil, où chaque réglage compte.
Je pensais pas que c'était si physique, ouais. C'est exactement ce que vous avez à l'instant. Il y a toujours une assiette idéale à conserver. Et ben ça, c'est du réglage permanent, quoi. Et c'est ça notre boulot. C'est impressionnant par rapport à la taille du bateau.
Et sans relâche, ce bateau ultra exigeant met à rude épreuve l'esprit et aussi le corps.
C'est exactement la même chose, mais calé ici. Ou calé là, tu vois, moi si je suis ici.
Ça freine, c'est là, tu
ouais. Et si l'un de vous est plus raide, le bas de squat peut être compliqué quand on est très raide. En fait, une fois que tu es là, et c'est juste que du coup, je vais aller chercher plus en ouverture. Limite, l'avantage de faire ça, c'est que ça va te faire un point fixe sur lequel tu vas essayer de casser pour aller chercher plus d'extension thoracique.
C'est pas mal ça.
Ils sont pas mal.
Sont-ils prêts? En tout cas prêts à partir, mais sont-ils prêts à affronter les aventures que réserve ce tour du globe?
The Rag Famish Hotel team went into the opening days racing of the 2024-25 New South Wales Championship as favourite to take the title after an outstanding start to the Australian 18-footers league season, winning the Sixt Spring Championship on Sydney Harbour. The biggest threat to the Rags team will definitely come from the defending champion Yangdu team, which has had an interrupted start over the first 6 weeks, due to the team's regular skipper, John Woody, missing a number of races due to an aggravating injury. This is the very best in 18-foot skiff racing from Sydney Harbour and beyond.
It's race number 6 of the Sixt sponsored Spring Championship.
Boy, watching here, big dramas over there.
1, 2, bang, away we go.
3, 2, 1. Race. Go hard. Racing, we're good.
Very large powerboat charging down the harbour here, which is going to cause them a bit of grief.
Bondi Beach coming down here. There's a first Indian of the day. He's going to really go close to the few of the skiffs.
That boat is going to be a problem. We're going to have to go before him.
Monstrous for the harbour. These powerboats have really churned it up, but the 18s are through this bad bit, really, the leaders are, but it'll be Yangdu that leads. Lazarus will be in the mix, but she'll be about 4th or 5th.
Viewers who've been with us each week so far would have seen we've had a very windy start to this season, and it looked like today wasn't going to be too much different, but as it's turned out, that breeze has fizzled out a little bit.
like Kobe, he got a bad start. He's really, really a long way back because he's got to go now to the middle mark. Hope this skipper on the powerboat knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Balmain are going to jive and come straight back at this powerboat.
Main on, and tight on. We made the mark. Move forward now. Sit.
The Rag and Famish, really the boat that has the biggest job ahead of him. He's got to go to the furthest mark each time.
But as I mentioned, Pete, they just have to get around the track cleanly here today
to win the $6,000.
They'll wrap up this little championship that we're racing for.
There's a lot of traffic still looking upwind and boats, yachts coming down and power boats. But anyway, nonetheless, we're on the kitchen maker. So it's Marine Outlet leaves narrowly from Speg and Balmain.
Big dip on Balmain.
Balmain.
Stop it! And have to go fast. Copy.
Okay, so Balmain's got himself into second spot.
Just taking on a
interesting intersection here. There's powerboat just in the background. He'll go behind Balmain, I hope.
We just missed that. There was a big air from Marine Outlet there, and that really slowed them down. Just trying to push through the wash on the other side. So very big powerboat's gone through.
Another incompetent idiot on a powerboat. Marine Outlet, what's happened to them? Something's happened to Marine Outlet. They just can't get that spinnaker on.
Yeah, I think he might have dropped the sheet. He's had to go in and grab it.
Looks more than that. They're waving their arms.
They're not happy.
It's that stupid powerboat has caused some damage or issue here on Marine Outlet. And Lazarus has now got himself into third spot. He goes to the shorter mark. Well, meanwhile, Marine Outlet just limping to the leeward mark with main and jib, and whether they will continue would be doubtful, I would say.
Bang, bang. Much as you can. Swing, Nate, swing.
There we go, looking back down Sydney Harbour at the Balmain. Going fast, looking in control. About to put a tack in. I'll just carry up to the ley line.
Easy bear away, not that much pressure now, but here they go. Bow down, and they're on their way for Shark Island, and then on their way home. Balmain leads.
Nice, mate. Feeling good. Okay, round we go.
Order is Balmain, the race leader, right off Nielsen Park. Smeg second, and third will be Lazarus.
Let me lock in. Yeah, I need your leg on the other side of me.
On his way to Shark Island with a very, very nice lead. He's getting a good gust now.
Yeah, they've got a big left-hander on there, a little rag in the chute. They'll still get there, they'll be okay.
Got his fishing boat as well. All right, main on a bit now. Main on. Main on. All right, got a jibe here, boys. 2, 1.
So the final heat of the Sixt sponsored Spring Championship belongs to Balmain. Outstanding effort.
Henry Larkins, Tom Grimes and Flynn Toomey. So there we have it, the battle for second and third and fourth.
And all the crew's working hard now, downwind. Yes, Smeg laying down to the finish. Lazarus has messed that up. Smeg is second.
Finport third.
Next up, we'll have our series leader, the Rag and Famish.
Held earlier this year, the video of the 115th Chicago to Mackinac Island has just been released. With a record-setting pace, storms, dismastings, and a man overboard, the 115th Chicago Yacht Club race to Mackinac, presented by Wintrust, had it all.
The Chicago Yacht Club race to Mackinac presented by Wintrust is more than just a race. It's 115 years of yachting tradition.
It's the Grand Prix of Great Lakes racing. We work all year long for this one race, basically.
The race's rich history, the beautiful race course, and the fierce competition all contribute to what make the Mac race the spectacle it is today. Nearly 250 boats have made their way to Chicago to take on the mighty waters of Lake Michigan in this year's race. On the starting line this year is Moxie, the first all-women's entry in 25 years.
We chose the Mac race because it's one of the most challenging. It's one of the longest freshwater races in the world. And just to be able to say that, hey, the women can do this in some of the most challenging conditions, that was really important to us.
The gentle breeze and sunshine on Friday created optimal conditions for the cruising division as they raced away from the Chicago skyline to begin their race up the lake. As the last cruising division team crosses the horizon, the sailors of the racing division work hard to complete their final preparations. And of course, celebrate the upcoming competition. Saturday brings light wind and a calm lake for the start of the racing division, but every competitor knows the forecast is one of the best in decades. The wind speeds begin to build fast, and the downwind race begins to unfold. Overnight storms battered the fleet, dismasting 3 boats as well as sending a man overboard. Thanks to a heroic rescue by Madcap and his crew, everyone makes it to the night safe. With perfect racing conditions, it becomes clear that records may be shattered as several teams battle through the Straits of Mackinac. In the end, the Andrews 80 Maverick succeeds in defeating the old race record by over an hour, an enormous accomplishment for the boat and its crew. But there is no time to celebrate when you are also racing in the Supermac. The steady downwind breeze continues, pushing the rest of the fleet closer to Mackinac Island.
What makes me keep coming back to this great race, there's nothing like it. We just enjoy it. You never know what's going to happen out there. The conditions change hourly. The camaraderie of sailing with 14 friends on board the boat. It's a real experience that anybody that's done any kind of distance race would truly appreciate the Chicago Mac race. Every year is different.
We approached the bridge. We had a couple crew members sleeping, and I went down and I got them up and I'm like, you guys got to see the bridge. And they came running up, and everybody's taking pictures, and we're sailing as hard as we could because we had another boat that we're jockeying with. But there was this level of buzz in the whole crew, just excitement, anticipation. You know, we'd worked so hard for so many days that all of a sudden we're here. We could see the line. It was just an incredible feeling to know we're about to succeed in one of the most difficult freshwater races in the world. And when I got to the finish line, I was a little emotional. It's an accomplishment that there are not a lot of people in this world that have actually accomplished it. And to be able to stand on Mackinac Island and say, I did this, I succeeded. There's a special pride for me in having achieved this goal.
Racers arrive at the island with huge grins on their faces, having competed in one of the fastest Mac races in recent history. With the incredible speeds enjoyed by the fleet, all of the boats made it to Mackinac Island by Monday afternoon, leaving plenty of time for the sailors to enjoy themselves on the island. New this year, the First-Timers Brunch at Mission Point celebrated the sailors' newest accomplishments of completing the Mac. Nearly 20% of the sailors racing were first-timers. Mission Point hosted the awards ceremony, along with one last party until next year's send-off. The Mackinac Trophy was bestowed to the Pack 52, Natalie J. Coming in at the top spot for the 115th Chicago Yacht Club race to Mackinac presented by Wintrust was taken home by Erica, a Tartan 10.
This race is very addicting. Nobody does just one Mac race. Once you do one, you're hooked. It's gotcha. You're going to come back to this, and you're going to think about it all year long for the next season. We always say, do good, win, because otherwise you have to wait till next year.
The 115th Chicago Yacht Club race to Mackinac presented by Wintrust was one for the record books. But only time will tell what adventures next year's race will bring.